You're mid-argument. Someone raises their voice, and your mouth just stops working. Your brain goes blank. Your body goes still. Every comeback you had 2 seconds ago, gone. Not delayed, gone. You think that means you're weak. It's not weakness. Not a character flaw, not social anxiety, not you being bad under pressure. Not something you can just push through with more confidence.
Here's where it gets complicated. In 2008, psychologist Gordon Gallup and a team of researchers put a name to something that had already been documented in animals for decades: tonic immobility. It's an automatic freeze, muscles locked, mind gone quiet, that kicks in when a threat feels inescapable. You've seen it before. An opossum drops mid-run, goes rigid, stops breathing normally. Not a choice, not playing dead on purpose. Its nervous system made that decision for it, faster than thought. It's not just opossums. Rabbits do it, fawns do it. Even birds, cornered by a cat, will suddenly go limp instead of struggling. And there's a reason it works. A lot of predators are wired to chase movement. Something that stops moving can stop registering as prey at all. So freezing isn't giving up. It's a bet, a last, quiet bet, that stillness might end the threat when running and fighting can't.
Here's what Gallup's research found. Humans do the exact same thing. Not luck, not weakness, not a personality flaw. A nervous system running the oldest defense strategy in the animal kingdom. So what's actually happening in that moment? When your brain judges a threat as inescapable, fighting won't work, leaving isn't an option, it doesn't hand control to the part of you that talks. It hands control to a much older system. The one that's been keeping animals alive since long before arguments existed. Fighting can get you hurt worse. Running can mark you as prey. So the body picks the third option. Go still, go quiet, wait it out. That's why you go blank when your boss corners you. That's why you can't find a single word when someone you love is yelling. That's why in the worst moment to be speechless, you're speechless.
And this isn't rare. Researchers studying courtroom testimony have found that people describing frightening or overwhelming events often go flat and quiet on the stand. Not because they don't feel it, but because the same freeze circuitry that shows up in animal-predator encounters gets activated by any threat the brain can't fight or escape. Juries sometimes read that stillness as guilt or as not caring. It's neither. It's biology, running its oldest program at exactly the wrong time. There's actually a whole framework for this. Researchers describe 4 automatic threat responses, not 2. Fight, flight, freeze, and a 4th one, fawn, where instead of going still, you start appeasing, agreeing, smoothing things over just to make the danger stop. You know that feeling when you agree with someone mid-argument just to end it, even though you don't actually agree? That's not you being a pushover. That's the same system choosing a different exit.
Fight or flight gets all the attention because it's loud. Freeze and fawn are quieter, so they get mistaken for personality instead of biology. Someone who freezes gets called passive. Someone who fawns gets called a people pleaser. Neither label is accurate. Both are just the same nervous system, running the same ancient decision tree, landing on a different branch. And here's the strange part. You don't get to pick which branch. 2 people can sit through the exact same argument and walk away with completely different bodies. One goes quiet, one goes cold and sharp and ready to fight. Neither one chose that in the moment. The choice, if you can even call it that, happened years earlier, long before this particular conversation started. So what does this mean for you? You're not weak. You're not bad under pressure. You're not the only person who's ever opened their mouth in a fight and had nothing come out. Your body did the same thing a rabbit does, a fawn does, a bird does, when the exit isn't there. It's not a flaw in your wiring. It is the wiring. Here's the part that usually gets missed. Tonic immobility isn't about the size of the threat. It's about how inescapable it feels to you in that second. And that threshold isn't the same for everyone.
Think about it this way. A childhood where speaking up got you nowhere. A relationship where pushing back only made things worse. A job where disagreeing with the wrong person had a cost. Every one of those moments taught your nervous system something. That stillness, not confrontation,
was the strategy that kept you safest. So now, faster than thought, before you've even registered what's happening, your body reaches for the tool that worked before. It's not remembering the argument. It's remembering the pattern. That's not a design flaw. That's a system that learned. The same way any animal learns which strategy keeps it alive and quietly favors it the next time danger shows up.
So the next time you replay one of those moments in your head, the time you should have said something and didn't, try holding both facts at once. Yes, you went quiet. And also, that quiet was never a failure of character. It was a nervous system doing its job a little too well, protecting you from a threat that this time was really just an argument. Look, nobody tells you this part. You're taught that bravery means finding the words in the moment. Nobody tells you that going quiet is also your body trying to protect you. Running a script written millions of years before language existed. A script older than the argument, older than the relationship, older than you.
So here's where you come in. Next time you're in a moment that matters and your mind just stops, the words won't come, your chest goes tight, the room gets loud and far away at the same time, notice it instead of fighting it. That stillness isn't you failing the moment. That's your body doing exactly what animal bodies have done for longer than words have existed. Running a strategy built for a world with teeth and claws in it. Showing up now in a world with raised voices and hard conversations instead. You're not broken. You're not weak. That's just how brains work.